As the number of cases of foot and mouth disease continues to increase in KwaZulu-Natal, farmers increasingly very worried in the areas of uMkhanyakude as districts like Newcastle have also detected the spread of foot and mouth amongst their cattle. Today we are in Mtubatuba, where farmers are calling on government to please intervene and curb the spread of the disease. Now, we do know that provincial government has released a statement saying, unfortunately, they could not contain the outbreaks of foot and mouth disease in various areas. The disease has now spread beyond the initial disease management area declared in 2021 when outbreaks of the SAT2 FMD strain first emerged in the province. To curb further spread of the virus, we did see the Minister of Agriculture John Steenhuisen taking a decision to extend the boundaries of this. The measure aims to control the movement of cloven-hooded animals, especially sheep, cattle and goats, and the products derived from these animals. But obviously this is affecting many businesses, as some of the cattle and animals cannot be transported out of affected districts. I am joined by one of the farmers here in Mtubatuba, Mr. Mtshali. Thank you so much for joining us, just to speak to us about the challenges that you face and how this disease has affected your business.
Yes, the foot and mouth disease has been giving us a very big problem around here in the district of uMkhanyakude as well as KZN as a region. But the main problem that we're experiencing about this foot and mouth disease, then our businesses are dropped down almost every day. We are not getting what we get before, because we use this business to feed our families, to send our children in school, so paying school fees and all those things. But now we are facing difficulties because we are failing to do some other things. But on the side of our government, we're willing them to help us on the side of giving us building us a dip for our cattle, because we did use by our own to buying the spray to spray our cattle, because as we know that most of the ticks are carrying the large number of disease in our cattle. So, but if we've got a dip in our area, so it's too easy. It's very easy for us to get in some animal advisors from our government as well as the doctors from our government to come and see our cattle. Is that what's the problem? Because most of the time it's very easy to treating the cattle if you experiencing the problem when it's starting now or day before today. But if it's a long time, maybe it's a week or couple of days, even some other times we even fail to treat them because we don't have enough experience to treat those cattle that have got a foot and mouth disease.
Mr. Mtshali, obviously we've spoken to the agricultural MEC a couple of weeks ago, and she was telling us that there are dip tanks in various hotspot areas where foot and mouth disease has been traced. You just said now there is none here in uMkhanyakude.
Yeah, especially here at Nkombose area, there is not even one dip tank here. We have to travel at least maybe 10 to 15 kilometers from here to Nkombose to another nearest area, which is called Inkata, Wahoho. Yeah, but we can't even afford to take our cattle to that side because it's giving them a problem of traveling a long journey, like 15 kilometers or lesser than that. Because as far as we know, our cattle have to travel less than 8 kilometers a day, but it's too difficult for us because especially in the summertime, you have to send them even almost every week, 1 day a week. So it's giving them a problem.
There is a moratorium on moving cattle that are infected with the disease. Talk to us about how it has affected the community, because I imagine in December there was a lot of mcimbi, there were a lot of traditional ceremonies that had to be taken place. Are the community still buying cattle, or are you allowed? Is there a moratorium on that? Do you know? No. Because even they come here, they're suspecting everything. They give us a lot of questions that once they take this cattle to their ceremony, how I can assure them that the people attending that ceremony won't get affected due to that they buy that kind of a cow and use it to that ceremony. So we ended up saying no. It's supposed to be your choice because we don't have
we don't have a full understanding of this foot and mouth disease. As we said, that even our government is not closer to us due to that deep tank that is not closer to us, because if there is a deep tank, they were supposed to visit us, even, or I think they can afford to visit us maybe on weekly basis.